Hey everybody, it is 10:30, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for agreeing to spend your time with me today. I'm a qualified solutions provider with Intuit, and I specialize in QuickBooks' dispatching and scheduling software called Intuit Field Service Management. I just wanted to put my information up on the screen, so if you do want to contact me after the webinar is over, please reach out to me by my office phone or my email. You can also find our information on fieldserviceadvisors.com or on QuickBooks' national website, quickbooks.corrigo.com/local experts. So, what are some of the benefits of using Intuit Field Service Management? Here they are. I'm going to go over some of them today on the screen with you during our time together. And here is the pricing. If you do have QuickBooks Enterprise, you already are getting a user for free. So I just want to say that again. If you are using QuickBooks Enterprise, you already have a user for free and a live account that just needs to be activated. So somebody like myself can help you get that account activated. I would just need to have you email me your QuickBooks license number, and then we can go ahead and make that happen for you. So no trial that would end. It would just be a live account free of charge to you if you're using the QuickBooks Enterprise desktop. The $35 per user per month if you've got under 10 people on the system, or it goes down to $31 per user per month. All right, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you a demonstration of using the mobile application in the field, and I'm going to show a technician creating a work order in the field as well. So if the phone does happen to roll over to the technician in the field, they can create their own jobs, or if they're simply on site and they don't have a work order for the job that they're doing, they can simply create one. So I'm going to be doing that with an iPad today. And I'm going to be using QuickBooks Enterprise to integrate once I'm finished. So let's go ahead and create a work order. And you can see that I'm in step 1 of the work order wizard here. There are 4 steps to get a work order number assigned. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit next. And we're going to do a service repair. And you can see below here the site service. If you just click there, you can see all the service history that was performed at this customer's site. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make it for today's date. And I just have to quickly check who I'm logged in as on my iPad. I'm logged in as Chris. And you can see here that he's got 2 other work orders scheduled for today. This is the scheduling view, and you can see that Chris already has 2 active work orders that have been assigned to him. And I'm also going to assign one of our helper techs, Joe, because he is learning and needs to be paired with one of our journeymen. And I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to hit finish. Now this is the final confirmation screen. You can edit any of these areas to go back if something doesn't look right, but if everything looks good, go ahead and hit finish. Okay, so now that work order's just been assigned, and this is what it looks like. It's waiting to get picked up. And let's open up the dispatch board. And we can see that brand new work order there. And if you log in to the map, if you get into the map area, we'll be able to see the exact location of our technician, Chris. And Matt happens to be there too already. He was on another job with Chris earlier, and he's probably on his way out to head somewhere else. So let's click. Our second technician, Joe, hasn't yet gotten to the site, we can see. And we can see that Chris is arrived because he's no longer driving. His speed is 0, and this is his exact location. So the job that we assigned him, let's see, is right here. And you can see that Chris is very close to that job. So you can assume that he's probably already there. Here are the 2 jobs he's got. Here it is. All right, so now I'm going to bring up my tablet on the screen. And if you do have questions as I'm going along, please don't hesitate to go ahead and chat in during our time together today. All right, so if you just arrived, I just assigned a work order to my technician in the field, and I'm about to go ahead and pick it up. Okay, so I'm gonna, this is the order of how the work orders were in order of the time. So Ron is first, Eric is second, and Duck Donuts is third. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up Ron, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up and start this job. And once I've started, you can see on the dispatch board that it'll turn green to let you know that I've just gotten started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit, it's been started. I am doing a repair on a furnace today. It looks like no heat. And if I do need directions there, if I don't know where I'm going, I could click on the service map. It would open up a map. You could also call the customer to let them know you're on the way. All right. So I've arrived and I've just finished my work on the furnace, and now they have heat again. So now I'm going to get completed by hitting complete. And I'm going to use the voice microphone to say what I did. Furnace was not working. I replaced the coil. Now all is working fine. I was on site for 2 hours period. And now I'm going to attach that equipment that I worked on and complete it. Okay, so if you want, you can also take photos by clicking in the notes area. So let me just, before I do that, sorry, forgot to remove my iPad from its case. That way I can get some photos. You can take as many photos as you want. And you can also do a text note here. And this is an internal notes communication area. So if there is anything that you don't want to be on the work order, you can put in here. Spoke with Ron, and he is no longer the contact on this account. His daughter-in-law, Sarah, is, and her phone number is 612-587-2899. You can reach her at sarahjane14@gmail.com. Also, they want to have us enter in through the garage door. The key code is 1013, period. Okay, 1027. Oops. Okay, so done. And I've got that note in now. So that note's been added. Now I've completed my work, so you can see that this work done note is completely different from that text note that I made. This is what's going to show up on the invoice and the work order when the customer signs off on it. Or if the customer doesn't sign off on it, it's still going to appear on the invoice. It is a line item on the invoice. So let's say the technician wants to take a payment on site. He's going to go into this invoice total area and hit the add new line item. And then this is going to bring up all the price list categories, sorry, all the price list items that QuickBooks has. So I'm going to search for my labor. And I was on site for 2 hours. And then I'm going to add that coil. Okay, and now I'm ready for a payment. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the square with the arrow through it in the right-hand corner. And I'm first going to get a signature. And I'm going to turn this around, and then I'm going to accept it. Okay, and now I'm going to hit the square with the arrow through it again, and I'm going to send that invoice off to that customer with that picture note if you want. And you can see that internal note is not available to send off. And now I'm going to go ahead and take a payment. So I'm going to do cash, check, or credit card. So I'm going to do a check today. If you do have Intuit's credit card system linked to your QuickBooks account, you can go ahead and select a credit card here, and you can enter in the credit card number and the name on the card and the expiration date and hit charge, and it will go directly back to your QuickBooks. I'm going to go ahead and hit check, and it's going to be received from and I'm going to go ahead and email off that payment receipt to Ron. So I've just finished with that. And now I'm going to go ahead and move to my next work order. So I did say I was going to show you how to build a work order out in the field. So I'm going to hit this square with the arrow through it. And I'm going to say create new work order. So this is if the phones are rolling over to me, or if there's a job I simply don't have that I want to create. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a service repair today. Customer said that the heat stopped working yesterday, period. At this point, I'm going to schedule it for today and save. At this point, the work order has been created, and I can go ahead and pick up and start that job. So if you're not planning on taking a payment, you would just get a signature on that work order. So let's do that now. Okay. So let's go ahead and complete this job. I was on site for 2 hours. I used a coil to fix the back of the unit, period. Okay, now I'm done, but I'm not planning on taking a payment. So I'm just going to accept a customer signature on that work order. Okay, and I'm going to now send that off to the customer. Okay, so I'm done with that job, and now I can move on to my next job. So let's go ahead and take a look to see how they came back to the browser. So here are the two completed jobs. This is the one that we did not have a payment on. This is the one we did have a payment on. So let's go ahead and look at this one first, the one that does not have an invoice. So it says not prepared. So let's go ahead and create an invoice. So this is what you would do if your technician did not take a payment. You would look at the work done description here, and off of this, you would build your invoice. Or if they added the line items but simply didn't take a payment, that would be fine too. Then most of the work would be done for you. Okay, I do leave my labor rate blank since it does change so much, but you can, of course, have yours filled in. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and now move it to approved and hit save. That's the status it needs to be in for QuickBooks to take it. And now I'm going to go ahead and open up the second work order to take a look at it. So it says it's already been paid, but of course you still can take it out of the approved status if something does look wrong. You could move it into the prepared or not prepared stage, and then you could edit this invoice and add any line items that the technician did forget, so you can invoice that customer for whatever the difference is. And you can hit, so this looks good to me. It's been paid by check. So now we're ready to go ahead and open up QuickBooks and Enterprise and run that synchronization. So this does take just a few minutes, so I'd suggest just running it once a day. And it does, at this point, it is taking all of the customer records that you've changed inside Intuit Field Service Management, and it's updating those customer records in QuickBooks, and vice versa. If you've updated a customer record in QuickBooks, those changes are coming back over to Field Service. And any price list items, those price list items are a two-way integration, and invoices are a one-way push. So if you did create an invoice in QuickBooks, that invoice would not be coming back over to Field Service. So you do want to create your invoices inside Field Service to have them push over to QuickBooks, which is fine if you still want to go ahead, and there are instances, of course, that you have to create manual invoices in QuickBooks because you're not going to be dispatching a job out of Field Service. Then, of course, go ahead and create that manual invoice in QuickBooks. So it's just going to keep proceeding to the next step. All right, they're about to be added. Okay, so thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my information again up on the screen and the pricing. So it is $35 per user per month, or $31 per user per month if you do have over 11. And if you do want to add on the preventative maintenance module or the time card module, it is an additional $15 or an additional $13 per user per month. If you do want to contact me for a one-on-one meeting, I'd love to help you answer any questions you have in a consultation, which is free to you. So contact me at rebecca@fieldserviceadvisors.com or reach me on my office number at 651-927-8850. Tune in every Thursday at 10:30 Central Standard Time. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.